God of heaven and earth, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees. Glory to Sri Guru Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Vijaya Buddha Vismati Varachita Shamati Sri Krishna Bhava Varachita Gaura Karana Sakti Varachita Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprai Sabhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nastiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurumlitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuttapadakam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadhuitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitamcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinam Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapakam Chanagori Sadi Vrindavanishwari Vrisavaya Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Gatara Sriman Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming. Continue our reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4. We're still in chapter 8. Dhruva Maharaj leaves home. Continue from text. $44. $45. Prasada vimukham sasvat pasanna vadinyokshanam sunasam shubhavam charu kapulam surasundaram. The form of the Lord is described herein. The Lord's face is perpetually very beautiful and pleasing in attitude. To the devotees who see him, he appears never to be displeased, and he is always prepared to award benedictions to them. His eyes, his nicely decorated eyebrows, his raised nose, and his broad forehead are all very beautiful. He is more beautiful than all the demigods. The deities look like this, right? So beautiful. Very sweet. How do you feel when you look at it? How do you feel? Pleasing to the heart. His word is pleasing. Look at his description. It's pleasing. His activities pleasing. Everything very, very sweet and pleasing. This is what we should think of every day. One of our chariots, Swami, he said that we should always see the Lord in our front regularly. We should always see the Lord regularly. Behind, by the right, by the left, above and below. This is how we should meditate. The Lord is not only in the front of a devotee, He is also behind devotee, by the two sides, above, below. We should always see the Lord like this. This beautiful, beautiful form. This is beautiful. So what does that mean? What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning? You understand?
We are not alone.
We are never alone. Very good. Very good. You understand? We should always see the Lord in the front, see Him behind, see Him left and the right, above and below. What does it mean?
Lord is everywhere, and we should be surrounded by the Lord's association.
It's everywhere. Very good. Yes.
God is watching all our actions.
Sarvata Pani Padam Tat. Yes, thank you.
Krishna is our protector, maintainer, supporter.
Krishna is protecting us in all directions. All directions. We are surrounded by Krishna. We are in the middle. Krishna is all around us. This will be the meditation for a devotee. This is an 11th canto. 11th canto. So when you get there, you will see it. You prepare before that. So the Lord is nicely, beautifully described here. His face is perpetually very beautiful. That is His nature. It is said, Bilva Mangal Thakur said, Lord Krishna's body is sweet. His face is sweeter. But the smile on his face is like the fragrance of honey. That is Krishna's face. This is his nature. Very sweet. That's what every day you see like that. It's not going to change. It's not that some days it's going to be sad, like we get sad sometimes. He's always the same like that. And his beauty increases every moment. Not just stagnant or stale. Always. His beauty increases every moment. So the gopis were teaching Krishna and Srimati Radharani. You see Krishna every day. Every day you see Krishna, but you see him as if you have not seen him before. Why is that? Because Krishna's beauty is increasing constantly. So it's every moment new and new and new. That is his nature. And we should put him like this in the heart. This is what we should put in our head. We should put him like this in our head. So sweet, perpetual. Perpetual means that it is eternal, not sometimes. Perpetually. Very beautiful. And Krishna has a very pleasing attitude. Very pleasing. Can you remember anyone? Any pleasing attitude of Krishna? Anyone? One pleasing attitude of Krishna. Pleasing. So many. There's so many. So tell me one.
Bhishma is protecting Bhishma.
Hmm?
Bhishma there was protected by, in the sense like he is reciprocating with Bhishma there in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Krishna is reciprocating the love of Bhishma there.
Krishna reciprocated the lovely dealings of Bhishma there, running towards him with a wheel in his hand, and his chadar fell off from his shoulder. He didn't notice it. For both Bhishma and Arjuna, he's doing the two things at once. You not pleasing? And Bhishma stop fighting. Yeah, so I have done what I wanted. Now you do what you want to do. And then that was the end. Krishna dropped it. Pleasing. Pleasing attitude. Thank you. Another one?
Krishna, when he came to know that Sudama had come, then he ran from the palace to receive Sudama. So Krishna doesn't see rich, poor, or high caste, but he sees the devotion in the heart of the devotee.
Krishna saw his old friend coming, and he ran to go and meet him and brought him inside his palace and sat him on his own throne, not a separate seat, on his own throne. Krishna sat him there and started washing his lotus feet and sprinkled the water on his head. I was speaking so sweetly with him. Rukmini was shocked. Who is this? Not properly dressed. And he's sitting on my husband's seat. Who is this? And Krishna was washing this very carefully. Very carefully. That we should be careful not to drop deities from our hands or any items. Very careful, nothing dropped. The Krishna did. Yes, thank you. Very pleasing. Pleasing attitude. Always. Never displeased, is always pleased. And he entertained his devotees like this. How does Sudama feel when Krishna treated him like this? How did he feel?
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed? He was happy. He was happy. He was happy. He's a Brahman, as he knows. You know that Krishna is acting as a householder. And yes, that is it's proper. He has knowledge, so he knows that. So he accepted. Yes. Yes, what else? Pleasing attitude of Krishna.
Krishna carrying the slippers of Nandamana's child on his head, although it is done in the possession of his parents. He is carrying the slippers on his head.
The Supreme Lord, Lord Brahma, offer obeisances to. He's carrying the footwear of his father. Not carry with the hand, place it on his head. And he's very happy to do that. He's very happy doing that. He's not ashamed to do it. He did it with a sweet heart. Very good. Pleasing. Pleasing. What else?
For the sake of his devotee, he is ready to become charioteer. Arjuna. Krishna became charity.
Krishna was washing the horses of Arjuna for 18 days. Washing. Not only washing, he was feeding the horses. 18 days. Not only that, Arjuna was placing his feet on Krishna's shoulder for 18 days. Is that an offense? Is that an offense according to Vaishnava etiquette? Huh? What is it? I'm asking, is it not, what is it? It's an offense. So Krishna felt offended? No. Did Arjuna feel I'm superior now? I'm Krishna now? No. 18 days. Not only that, he was kicking Krishna. But right means go right. When he kicked with left means Krishna should go left. And he was doing that. No anxiety. No anxiety. Yes.
Krishna protecting Draupadi.
Supplies to Draupadi were two limited saris. Dushasan was pulling and sweating. Krishna was sweating? No, he was peaceful and happy. He was enjoying. He was enjoying. Right? What else? You are tired?
Krishna ate the banana peel in Vidura's house.
Krishna left Prince feast for banana peels. The banana is thrown right in the front, and the peels are given to him. And he took. Who would do like that? I will say you are a fool. I'll take my banana. But Krishna didn't take the banana. Why he didn't take the banana? He didn't see? He didn't see the banana? Eh? He saw. So why didn't he take it? He was taking the pills.
Whatever Vidurani was offering, he was taking it.
Why? Why was he taking that instead of this?
He was tasting love. He was tasting the love.
Yes.
The love was the peace, not in love.
Yes. The love is in the peels, not in the banana. So he didn't go for the banana. He took where there is love. He went for that. That is Krishna. He didn't go for the feast of a Dhira. Although he had powerful brahmanas who cook his boga, Krishna didn't go there because there's no love there. It's only hatred. Krishna is never displeased. Anymore? You're tired?
Krishna stealing butter from gopis. Krishna stealing butter from gopis.
Krishna is stealing. You like anyone to steal here? But Krishna's stealing is celebrated. And he's very proud of it. Very proud. Krishna told him, see, my mother, this stealing business, nobody can defeat me in it. I'm very experienced in this. He's proud of it, being a thief. That's Krishna. So, is Krishna displeased fighting with Chanura? Was he displeased? Huh? Did he cry? So why didn't mention this one? He's not displeased, that is the point. Not that only palatable situation that makes him to be like this. No. He's never displeased with anything. Anything. Fighting with Chanura is a pleasure. Fighting Kamsa is a pleasure. Dancing with the gopis is a pleasure. Driving chariot of Arjuna is a pleasure. All pleasing. His activities are pleasing, and he is pleased himself doing them. That's why it is pleased. It is pleasing for those who know how to enjoy. That's Krishna's nature. He is always prepared to award benedictions to his devotees. Always. I'm pleased with you. I'm pleased with you. Ask me for benediction. I'm ready. Ask me anything. In the 7th canto, he said, there is nothing which is unattainable by my devotees. Nothing. There is nothing which my devotees cannot get from me. Ask for anything. Anything. Just ask for anything. I'm ready to give it to you. Anything. He's not worried always if I say something and they ask me for something which I cannot give. No. Anything you give to his devotees. Dhruva Maharaj asked for something which the Brahman cannot give. Krishna gave it. Was it an inconvenience for Krishna? Is it an inconvenience? Oh, Dhruva, what did you ask for? Why do you ask for something like that? Why? Krishna felt like that? No, he was happy. Even when Dhruva said, no, please, I'm sorry. Krishna said, you take it. Take it. It is for you. I already had it in your heart. I already had it. Take it. But your taking it will never bring any sinful reactions. 36,000 years of sanctification. No sinful reactions. This verse clearly explains how one has to meditate on the form of the Lord. This is how we should meditate on the form of the Lord. Impersonal meditation is a bogus invention of modern days. In none of the Vedic literatures is impersonal meditation recommended. In Bhagavad Gita, when meditation is recommended, the word Madpara, which means pertaining to me, is used. Madpara, me. This is a person, not void. This is meditation. How our life would be like if you meditate on this verse every day. How our Krishna conscious life will be. Huh? Listen. This is meditation on Krishna. If we don't practice this, our mind will disturb us. If we don't want our mind to disturb us, it should keep the mind always engaged. And this is the best way to engage the mind. To meditate on the Lord's sweet, transcendental, eternal form. This is meditation. One has to concentrate on the form of the Lord, which is described here in connection with Dhruva Maharaj's meditation, as will be apparent from later descriptions. Dhruva Maharaj perfected this kind of meditation and his yoga was successful. Narada Muni continued. The Lord's form is always youthful. Every limb and every part of his body is properly formed, free from defects. His eyes and lips are pinkish like the rising sun. He is always prepared to give shelter to the surrendered soul, and anyone so fortunate as to look upon him feels all satisfaction. The Lord is always worthy to be the master of the surrendered soul, for he is the ocean of mercy. Krishna is the ocean of mercy. One day, a new person came to the temple, and He was asking questions about Krishna. So I pointed to deity of Krishna. I said, this is Krishna, the supreme personality of God. I said, this is God. So, what? God? I said, yes. This is God. So she was still doubting. So I told the devotee, please just carefully look at this person. I give you a few minutes, just look carefully from the head to the toe and tell me one fault you see in the form. Just one fault I want to see. Tell me. So he looked, he looked for some time. Then he said, yeah, this should be God. I said, thank you. Why it shouldn't be God? Can we see anyone more beautiful than this? Anyone? No. So if there is God, it should be this one. It should be this one. It cannot be different. I think there is also one pastor here in India. A Westerner came to India. You're familiar with this story. And he went to so many places, he visited so many temples. So when he was leaving, so he was asked, so what was your experience in India? You've seen so many things. So yeah, I have seen so many people with this weapon, that weapon, with so many things, and I saw. But one person that impresses me most is the one with the flute. No weapon with him. The only thing he has is flute. The flute means what? What's the sign of flute? Flute means enjoying. It's enjoyment. So if all the people I saw, I believe this one is a God. This common sense. This one is God. Why? Why? Carrying weapon means what? Fear. Fear. That defense means fear. So he has no weapon with him. Means he's not afraid of anyone, anything. So he should be God. If there is God, he should be that God. No one else. It's common sense. So Narada is giving us the perfect description about who Krishna is. He has done this to many people, Kalyavan. Krishna, Narada described Krishna. He wanted to say who is the most powerful people in the world. So the Yadavas, what are they? The chief of them, Krishna. How does he look like? Perfect description like this. So he really carried the image of Krishna in his demon is also meditating. He remembered the Krishna. Because Narada Muni's description is so perfect, so potent. That if you hear, it will become printed in the heart. That is hearing. Hearing will plant Krishna in the heart. That is hearing. If Krishna is not planted in the heart, means we have not heard. What is the conclusion of Parikshit Maharaj after hearing from Sukadeva Goswami? What did he say? Parikshit Maharaj. You remember what he said? Parikshit Maharaj. He spoke to his guru, Sukadeva Goswami, after hearing Bhagavatam. Whatever magical creation the Brahmana boy has created, let it come. I'm not afraid. Why? You have planted Krishna in my heart. From your speaking through the ear, you planted Krishna in my heart. Therefore, I'm fearless. That is hearing. The Krishna is planted in the heart of the audience. If the speaker and the hearer are bona fide, This should be the miracle. The Krishna has planted the heart. That is hearing. Hearing is not just the sound. The reason for that sound should be understood. That is hearing. Ordinary sound will not make the difference. What comes with that sound that we are talking about Krishna, describing the sound about Krishna is Krishna. So Krishna will be planted in the heart of anyone who hears. That is hearing. Dhruva Maharaj's heart, he didn't hear this for days. It was once he had this and he went to Madhva. And Narada didn't go again to go and repeat the same thing for him. This is hearing. He heard. Narada spoke. So Krishna was planted in his heart. Narada Muni planted Krishna in the heart. That's the duty of a guru. That his word is powerful, will penetrate the heart and destroy the ignorance by planting Krishna there. This is what Narada Muni did to Dhruva Maharaj. He heard. This is hearing. Everyone has to surrender to someone superior. That is always the nature of our living condition. At the present moment, we are trying to surrender to someone, either to society or to our nation, family, state, or government. The surrendering process already exists, but it is never perfect because the person or institution unto whom we surrender is imperfect. Our surrender, having so many ulterior motives, is also imperfect. As such, in the material world, no one is worthy to accept anyone's surrender, nor does anyone fully surrender to anyone else unless obliged to do so. That is true. The description given by Narada Muni is not imaginary. The form of the Lord is understood by the Parampara system. Mayavadi philosophers say that we have to imagine the form of the Lord. But here, Narada Muni does not say that. Rather, he gives the description of the Lord from authoritative sources. He himself is an authority, and he is able to go to Vaikuntha Loka and see the Lord personally. Therefore, his description of the bodily features of the Lord is not imagination. Sometimes we give instruction to our students about the bodily features of the Lord, and they paint him. Their paintings are not imaginary. The description is given through disciplic succession, just like that given by Narada Muni, who sees the Lord and describes his bodily features. Therefore, such descriptions should be accepted, and if they are painted, that is not imaginative painting. That is Krishna. Directly Krishna. He sees and accepts all our offerings because he's a person. Narada Muni continued. The Lord is further described as having the mark of Siddhartha, or the sitting place of the goddess of fortune, and his bodily hue is deep bluish. The Lord is a person. He wears a garland of flowers, and he is eternally manifest with 4 hands, which hold, beginning from the lower left hand, a conch shell, wheel, club, and lotus flower. So how is it held? The 4 symbols, how is it held? How do we count? 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you count? The Vishnu has 4 hands. How do you count? Which one is 1? Which one is 4? Which one is 3? Which one is 2? Which is the first one? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hands. Which is one?
Right side down.
Lower hand?
Right side. From right side, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is one. Which is the second?
Upper one.
The upper one. Third?
Then left upper one. Fourth is
Go down. Yes, that is how it's counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it is counted. The Christian's form is counted like that.
Lower left hand. Beginning from lower left hand.
Yes.
Left hand.
Lower left, the right. The right. Papa said he left. Yeah. The Lord is a person who wears a garland of flowers, and he is eternally manifest with 4 hands, which hold beginning from the lower left hand, a conch shell. So that means this is conch shell, and this is wheel, and then this is club, and then lower is lotus flower. This is Vishnu, Krishna. The Prabhupada said here that here in this verse the word Purusham is very significant. The Lord is never female. He is always male. Purusha. Krishna is always male. Purusham is a man. The feminine feature of the Lord is displayed by goddesses of fortune, Lakshmi, Radharani, Sita, etc. All these goddesses of fortune are servitors of the Lord. They are not the supreme as falsely imagined by the impersonalists. Lord Krishna, in his Narayan future, is always four-handed. So God is a person. Not just a person, he's a supreme person with all the paraphernalia, which is not seen by anybody. Even when Pandorikasura did, does he look like Vishnu? When Krishna saw me, he laughed. Seriously, this is caricature. This is artificial. And he couldn't hold the chakra. Krishna sent to him. He couldn't handle it. That is Krishna's supreme position. He is a male. So less intelligent class of people, they're thinking, why God is always she, not he? Why not she? Why God is always he? What's the answer for that? Why is only he? Papa said he's always a male. Why not female? He's a supreme enjoyer. Do you understand? It's very, very important. Very, very, very important. Purusha means enjoyer. And he enjoyed who? Who enjoyed who? Yes, we. So he's a person who enjoys the woman. This is energy. That's his energy. Not that the woman is Purusha. How will he enjoy it without a man? It's a big contamination people carry in their head. Some people say, don't call me Mataji, call me Prabhu. If I call you Prabhu, will you become Prabhu? It's just the name. It's just be certified that somebody called you Prabhu. Will you change your future? Somebody called you Prabhu. Will you change your future? That's ignorance. It's ignorance, it's foolishness. For many reasons. How will Mother Yashoda feel if we call her Prabhu Yashoda? Eh? How will she feel? Prabhu Yashoda. Ignorance makes us to suffer in this world. Completely unnecessary. Unnecessary. Krishna is always a male, Purusha. And he has all his energies to enjoy it. Yes. The entire body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, is decorated. He wears a valuable jeweled helmet, necklaces and bracelets. His neck is adorned with the costly jewel, and he is dressed in yellow silk garments. So Narada Muni is describing Vishnu. Our Krishna doesn't have he don't carry helmet. It's beautiful turban, so sweet. It's covered board. This is so sweet. Helmet doesn't look blissful. Why? It is iron. Turban with decorations it's natural minerals Krishna gets in the forest. When Mother Yashoda dressed Krishna very nicely in the morning, when he gets to the forest, he removes everything and use all the natural mineral flowers, beautiful. Just see how beautiful. This is Krishna. This is how we should do. So you continue like this for eternity. That is your fortune. That you have the opportunity to do this every day. Just give our time to Krishna. We should give our mind to Krishna by fixing this in our heart. The Lord is decorated with the small golden bells around his waist, and his lotus feet are decorated with the golden ankle bells. All his bodily features are very attractive and pleasing to the eyes. He is always peaceful, calm, and quiet, and very pleasing to the eyes and the mind. When Lord Machanda was challenged by Parasuram, what happened? Ramchanda was anxiety. Oh, what am I going to do? Such a great Parasuram is coming. It was like that. Ramchanda was really peaceful, was calm, completely composed, no single trace of anxiety, no tension, zero. Only the father was an anxiety disturbed and other people were disturbed. Oh, this was special time. He just got married and we are going to a celebration and he has come again. He took a vow to kill Satriyas. What's he going to do? They were in anxiety. Ramachandra was completely peaceful, completely. Zero tension. Happy. No anxiety. Why the Lord is not an anxiety? Huh?
Because
Everything
everything is in his control.
in his control. Very good. Very good. Very good. So yesterday he described Krishna in the first account. Krishna is supremely independent. Nothing is equal, nothing is above. We are afraid because there's someone there that is stronger than us. So there is fear. But nobody which is there is above Krishna. So Krishna is completely free from fear and anxiety. There's nobody there is above him. He's above everything, and everything is under his control. So he is always calm, always peaceful, and his personality pleases every single eye that sees him, or every mind that thinks about him. If you play Lord Krishna in the heart, all our anxiety will disappear. All will disappear. That's why you see the devotees are always peaceful, because devotees are trained to think of Krishna 24 hours, to remember Krishna, to plan our services for Krishna. So devotees, our heart is donated to Krishna by thinking how to serve him. So the mind is pleased. That is how a devotee should be. A devotee should be like, especially brahmacharis, sannyasis, they should be like the bull. Bull. Have you seen a bull running? Eh? Bull. Do they run? Bull. They run? They move majestically. Brahmacharis should be like that. Fearless. Yes. That's to be our life. Like Krishna. If you get connected with Krishna, everything which is happening with Krishna will pass through to us. Real yogis meditate upon the transcendental form of the Lord as he stands on the hold of the lotus of their hearts, the jewel-like nails of his lotus feet glittering. The Lord is always smiling, and the devotee should constantly see the Lord in this form, as he looks very mercifully towards the devotee. In this way, the meditator should look towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the bestower of all benedictions. The word Dhira is very significant in this connection, for it indicates that one should execute the meditation practice as stated above. One should not manufacture a way of meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but should follow the authorized shastras and personalities. By this prescribed method, one can practice concentration upon the Lord until one is so fixed that he remains in trance, thinking always of the form of the Lord. The word used here is Eka Bhutena, which means with great attention and concentration. If one concentrates on the descriptions of the bodily features of the Lord, one will never fall down. One who meditates in this way, concentrating his mind upon the always auspicious form of the Lord, always auspicious form of the Lord, is very soon freed from all material contamination, and he does not come down from meditation upon the Lord. And he does not come down from meditation upon the Lord. Because by meditating upon the Lord, one is drinking the nectar. So there's no question of changing, coming, think of something else. The constant flow of nectar coming from Lord Krishna's lotus feet makes one completely attached to continue to drink the nectar. Because Krishna is always auspicious, meditating upon him is always auspicious. He brings always auspiciousness. One cannot be a devotee of Krishna and suffer. It doesn't go like that. One who meditates upon Krishna will have all impurities destroyed. Because Krishna is auspicious. There is no contamination in him. So meditating upon him will destroy all contaminations. It leaves only a joy for a devotee to celebrate. This is the situation with pure devotees. This fixed meditation is called samadhi or trance. A person constantly engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord cannot be deviated from meditating on the form of the Lord, as described herein. Because this bliss that is coming from there. Who would like to stop drinking nectar? The Arsha Marga, or the devotional path described in the Pancharatra system or devotional service for worshipping the deity in the temple, makes the devotee think constantly of the Lord. That is samadhi or trance. This is why the deity is placed in the temple, so we can constantly meditate. We should always think about the deities. Always. How to serve the deities. One who practices in this way cannot deviate from the service of the Lord. And that makes him perfect in the mission of human life. When we do something and are getting the result of what we are getting, it's very encouraging. Success encourages us to continue doing what we are doing. So we should experience advancement in our Krishna consciousness. It is compulsory, necessary for every devotee to make advancement. Because if you don't make advancement, it will become a disturbance. We're going to be envious of those who are making advancement. So it is necessary to make advancement. If there is no advancement, it means that we are not doing it rightly. The meditation is not complete, not correct. One who is making the advancement and is drinking the nectar will always have the desire to continue. No alternative. We don't have any alternative in our Krishna consciousness. O son of the king, now I shall speak unto you the mantra which is to be chanted with this process of meditation. One who carefully chants this mantra for 7 nights can see the perfect human beings flying in the sky. One who chants this mantra for 7 nights, what will happen? What will happen? Develop the eye to see beyond. Only 7 nights. Difficult to do? And the mantra is not too long. It's only 1 night. We chant every morning before the Bhagavatam. So after describing what Narada Muni has done is that he has molded, carved the Krishna's form and have given to Dhruva Maharaj. This is what he has done. He has molded Lord Krishna completely. All the paraphernalia for dressing and keeping Krishna always jolly and happy, Narada Muni has just done that. He gave everything to Dhruva Maharaj. So now he said, I'm going to give you the mantra along with this. So he has given the deity. He's going to give the mantra, and he's also teaching how to meditate. The three things is Narada Muni did. Three things he did here. The meditation, the form of the law for the meditation, the mantra to be chanted for the meditation. He has given the three. One who carefully chants this mantra for 7 nights can see the perfect human beings flying in the sky. It is hinted herein by Narada Muni to Dhruva Maharaj that by meditating upon the transcendental form of the Lord and at the same time chanting the mantra, one becomes so and see the human being who fly in the sky. Narada Muni uses the word japa, which indicates that the mantra to be chanted is very confidential. One may ask, if it is confidential, why is it mentioned in the writing of Srimad Bhagavatam? It is confidential in this sense. One may receive a published mantra anywhere, but unless it is accepted through the chain of disciplic succession, the mantra does not act. It is said by authoritative sources that any mantra chanted without having been received from the disciplic succession has no efficacy. How do you call this? Open secret. This is open secret. It is open because it's available for everyone. It is secret because if you are not in parampara, it will not work. There's no potency. You can chant it. It's now people have Gayatri mantra on the tape. Gayatri mantra is now the first one, which is a public one. People know that one. So you can hear it in the tape, and people chant it as a mantra, which is wrong. But what is the effect of that? It doesn't have effect. It is public. People are using it, but it has no effect. But when it is given by a bona fide acharya, it has effect. One will realize Brahman by chanting the mantra. So that is the confidential nature of the mantra. Another point established in this verse is that meditation should be carried on with the chanting of a mantra. Chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is the easiest process of meditation in this age. As soon as one chants the Hare Krishna, he sees the forms of Krishna, Ram, and their energies. And that is the perfect stage of trance. Does that happen? Does that happen like this? Why? Why? Offenses. It's offenses. The moment you say Hare Krishna, you're supposed to see Radha and Krishna. Yeah, you're supposed to see them. That naturally should come to the mind. But it doesn't happen like that because of the offenses and accumulated impious things in the life since time immemorial. So that is blocking it from happening. But Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that if one takes shelter of the Thai Goranga, then this will happen also. So let's take shelter of God Nitai and chant Hare Krishna mantra. It will take place. One should not artificially try to see the form of the Lord while chanting Hare Krishna. But when the chanting is performed offenselessly, the Lord will automatically reveal himself to the view of the chanter. The chanter therefore has to concentrate on hearing the vibration and without extra endeavor on his part, the Lord will automatically appear. So we have only two things to do, right? Only two things. One, second, hearing. Those are two things to do. To what we chant. As we said before, when we say Hare Krishna, that does not purify us. What purifies is how much we hear that mantra we chanted. That word purifies. See, that comes back inside. It gives the purification. That is why it's important for us to hear. Not hearing someone else chanting. We should hear what we are chanting ourselves. That brings the purification. So we should listen to what we chant ourselves. Make sense? What do you think? Yes, we should hear. We should make endeavor to hear what we are chanting. That's our business. Our business is to try to hear what we are chanting. So if we want to hear what we are chanting, don't carry your cell phone with you. Otherwise, your cell phone will take your affection away. The affection we have for Krishna, your cell phone will take it away. And you will remain chanting alphabet without hearing. The holy name will not come. The holy name is inside the alphabet we chant. That is where the holy name is. So Prabhupada is mentioned. The chanter therefore has to concentrate on hearing the vibration of the Hare Krishna mantra and without extra endeavor. Nothing more. This is all. The Lord will automatically appear on his own accord. He will appear on his own accord. When he sees our sincere effort trying to hear about him. And we shouldn't bring anything between us and Krishna. Nothing should come between us and Krishna. Nothing, zero. We should remove everything. Don't do your management on japa. Don't bring in management in japa. It is not management, it is mismanagement. It is not a time for conversation. No conversation. Nothing should come in between. Mismanagement, one would manage in a class, but what time class? That's where we do our management. Do japa, that's where we do our management. This is mismanagement. Jap means jap. Class means class. We have time for the management. It's separate. Prabhupada did not mix them together. He gave them separately. Let us follow as he has established this. Don't need to make any experiment. Just follow as he has established it. He promised us our success is guaranteed. He is confident in what he gave to us. We should not change it in the name of so many things, in the name of preaching, whatever we preach. Don't bring anything in between. Let us just follow it as it is. You will succeed. The holy name is fully independent, like Krishna himself says, fully independent. It does not depend on anything, anybody. So we should give him full attention. That is japa. Japa means full absorption. We are trying the soul and the holy name to associate. That is taking shelter. I need to associate together. So Narada is giving this perfect teaching, perfect training. Meditation. And purpose. Meditation does not mean just vague. So meditate by chanting the mantra. The holy name of Krishna has a form. This form you are seeing is inside the holy name. If you chant perfectly, then the form will appear. Anytime, anywhere, the form will appear. So that we don't have to struggle to remember the deities in the front, at the back, left, right, above and below. They will appear automatically, naturally they appear like that. They will manifest. So Narada Muni is giving the mantra. It's a mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. How many times, how many days that the Muni says we should chant? 7 days. 7 nights. 7 nights. Can we try it? Huh? Every day you chant this for 7 nights. Is it difficult? Is it difficult? Huh? Now the Muni gave it to us. We have a casual way to chant it. We have a casual way. This way we chant every day like this is a very casual way. And that process also we apply in the same way we chant Hare Krishna mantra, and is produce the result because we are not doing it properly. If we want this experiment that the Muni has given to really manifest, then we should do it better. We should do it better. Yes. Everything has been given to us. Now it depends on how we are using it. When the Guru gave us a chanting bead, what has he done? What has he done? Huh? Huh?
He has given love for Krishna.
He has given us Krishna. When he give you a bead, take. He has given us Krishna. And how we deal with the Krishna, that is our duty. That is our duty. Narada Muni has given it here. I feel that we should put some effort in our daily sadhana. I feel like that. We should put effort in our daily sadhana. Not extra, but 2 hours. No, within these 2 hours, we should put effort. In other words, let us practice, we do it nicely. So this mantra here, we just recite it now. This is a casual way to do it. What Narada Muni told Dhruva Maharaj to do was, in his mind's eye, do you understand? In his mind's eye, Dhruva Maharaj's mind's eye, he's seeing the form Narada Muni has described for him. You get the point? Huh? He's seeing that. He's seeing that form that Narada Muni has described in his mind. And then focusing on that, he's chanting, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It's not different? It's not different? Try it and see. There is attention given to the mantra. But we don't do like this in our Hare Krishna mantra we chant. Let's put attention to it. We have our deity we see every day. We sit down to do japa. Put this deity in the mind and chant the holy name like this. We see it every day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's not slow, it's not too fast. But the focus, and I'm calling someone's name. But this one doesn't come to our mind always. We just do it. Then the mind goes away. So Narada Muni has given the deity, which Prabhupada gave us the deity. Prabhupada gave us the deity. And Prabhupada also gave us the mantra to remember the Lord. And I'm calling a person, Hare and Krishna. This is Radha and Krishna. If the mind is on that, we chant Hare Krishna, the mind will not run away. And very soon the result will appear. That's what the Muni said here. So let us give attention to our job. Does it make sense? Want to try? Please try it. Let us try it. Yes. This is the 12-syllable mantra for worshipping Lord Krishna. One should install the physical forms of the Lord, and with the chanting of the mantra, one should offer flowers and fruits and other varieties of foodstuffs, exactly according to the rules and regulations prescribed by the authorities. But this should be done in consideration of place, time, and attendant conveniences and inconveniences. You understand? Yes. The mic, give me the mic. Sorry.
In the previous Prabhupada writes, one should not artificially try to see the form of the Lord while chanting Hare Krishna. So, in my case, if I see that I am trying to forcefully think of the form, like you mentioned just now, the form of the deities, naturally our mind is getting divided. So, is this that this should not be done, or it will automatically appear? What is Prabhupada wanting to say here?
So, Prabhupada is saying that if you listen to the sound, the form will automatically come in due course of time. And that is how it will end. You keep chanting. Eventually, at the state of perfection, the form will appear. But it's not wrong to try to put something in the mind, because the mind will not listen. So it's not wrong if you try to remember the deity Jagannath Baldeshwara Radha Shishirada, Vrindavan Chandra, Gornitai. It's not wrong to remember them. Why do we have them? It's to help the mind remember them. It should help the mind to remember, help them and think about them. We should practice that. As soon as we sit down to chant, we should remember. We just mentioned already. As we sit down to chant, we should remember the forms, the deities. We should practice. If you don't stimulate the mind will it will go some way, go to unnecessary places. We should try to stimulate the mind to think. Why we have them here, we should carry them. Carry means they do this. They do this. I've seen so many girls, they carry their boyfriend in the mirror, their boyfriend picture is there. Can't we do the same thing in Krishna? What is wrong if we do that to Krishna? That is what should be done. But we are doing the opposite side of it. The main thing is that everything about us should be, yes, it should help us to be connected with Krishna. To have all beautiful. If you come to my room in Lagos, all directions are full with different varieties of different pictures of Krishna. All full, all directions, all round. It's completely full. The altar is different. When I'm doing japa, I will remember them also. So when you say Hare, you remember Narada. Krishna also Krishna. The same thing I do in Kirtan. We should practice. If practice, then you become perfect. We should practice. It's our duty to practice. All right? Any other question? Yes.
Maharaj, Prabhupada explaining about surrender.
Yes.
The process of surrender actually. Prabhupada very profoundly expressing how one need to surrender. Everyone has to surrender to someone superior. What starts with purport. My understanding about our surrender process in ISKCON, I see that in the early days of ISKCON, the degree and the quality of surrender is very high.
Yes.
My experience.
Yes.
So as we are continuing our coming down, the whole process itself becoming more and more dilute.
Yes.
So I feel that though Prabhupada is very much, our whole process itself is surrender. And you also express in your book, beautiful book, Spiritual Connection, one chapter about surrender. So how we can, can you explain why it's so diluting or why we are unable to do it currently? Because the main essence is itself, we cannot experience the results unless we have the surrender process.
Yes. Thank you. It is an open observation that we have deviated so much from what Prabhupada has given to us. Deviation. We have deviated seriously. So your question was, why this deviation? We are deviating because there is a lack of discipline. Those days we were disciplined. There is a focus on discipline. If we are chastised, we feel very sorry. These days, if you chastise a devotee, you feel angry. I didn't do anything wrong. So we are lacking discipline, serious discipline, in the name of advancement, in the name of advancement, or we are becoming let's say mature. But it is not. It is deviation. Drastic deviation. That is the problem. That no discipline. Some of us who had that experience and we are seeing what is happening today is like a torture. I'm telling you because that is that is what is going on in our mind. We see what is happening these days. It's a torture because we have had that experience of surrender, and the principle request we are following. It's not here these days. It's missing, and it's going down and down and down and down, which is risky, very risky. Taking the trends, if we take the trends of the deviation, we are now dealing with the third generation. Prabhupada, disciple, and grand disciple. So we are dealing with third generation. See the level of deviation that has taken place. What did the fourth and fifth generation? Do you know what will happen? Fourth and the fifth to sixth generation. We will not have what we call ISKCON again. Look at the trends. We don't have. It's difficult for devotees to. This is the example. When the training we got from the beginning, Prema doing prayer, everyone is on the ground. These days, it's like that. Is that what is happening these days? No. Jayam Vishnu Paramahamsa, they are sitting. Not here, because we are sitting in the chair, it's a different thing. In the temple, people are sitting. And the moment he says, Prabhupada ki jai, no pranam mantra for your guru or for Prabhupada. It's not there. Is it not? Is it correct observation of what I'm saying? So, what do you think we are going? This is deviation. And it's expanding. It's expanding. So when we see this, it gives pain to the heart because we can see the end of where we are going. Where we are going is not wonderful. It's not wonderful. And we don't have our independent life those days. For a devotee to leave the temple outside, everybody knows where you are going. And we go to Prabhupada to offer obeisance and take permission before we go. When we come back, we go to Prabhupada, and then before we go to ashram. This day we leave from our ashram outside, and also come back to ashram from outside, without reporting to Prabhupada. This is happening. We are very busy preaching and forgetting the foundation. Our preaching will not have potency because we are very raw. We are not well grounded. Yesterday we mentioned that who is the preacher? Character. A character. When there is no culture of respect, how will character be built when there is no culture of respect? Accountability. Accountability is very important for all of us, all devotees. So this is missing. We are surrendered, we are not independent. We must report. My spiritual master does this. He will never leave the temple without telling. We are disciples. He will tell, I am going to that place. And if somebody comes and needs his attention, if you go there, you will see him there. He will never tell, I'm going here and he's there. He's there in that place he told us to go. So we go there, we get him there. And bring him to the temple for some other things. His accountability. Now we are fully independent. And we are acting like that. So it's very destructive. The situation is also pushing us to also do like that. We are becoming so insecure in our existing Christian consciousness. So we struggle to have a position. Because you have a position, then okay, I'm secure. If you have no position, something can happen. And that insecurity is because everybody try and compete. So I can have a position, then I know I'm not stabilized. Position will not make anyone stabilized. It is purity that makes someone stabilized in Christian consciousness. Make sense? So we should practice surrender. Yes?
Definitely, Maharaj, as you mentioned. So, the current situation that I need, because I cannot surrender because I keep on seeing some faults in superior. And then how we can try to overcome this? I cannot surrender. I am unable to, because there is a fear in the heart to submit to a person, because we keep on seeing some shortcomings. We are unable to fully express ourselves. So whether how to overcome this?
In our society, our ISKCON society, yes, we see a lot of deviation. So that's also affect our faith. We were discussing that yesterday or this morning. So our faith gets disturbed because we see so many unnecessary things. If we don't have faith in somebody, we cannot give that person our confidence. It's natural, we work like that. There's something we can do. What is that? Krishna never disappoints us. There's no time Krishna will disappoint. So we should surrender to Krishna. We should surrender to Krishna. Surrender to Krishna means that we should do what Krishna wants us to do. If you surrender to Krishna, you'll be fully protected. And we should try to understand this teaching, this philosophy which our church have given to us. We should try to understand it very nicely, so that we'll be able to realize that no one's whimsical activities should disturb my own bhakti. Someone's misdeeds should never disturb my own bhakti. We should practice our sadhana that will take us to this platform. We are individual, and we are going to individually be responsible for what we do. So no one's sinful activity or misbehavior should affect my own practice. No. Whatever happens, I should be able to see that is a person's problem, but my love for Krishna should continue. It should come to that level. In the material world, we will see so many things. In the material world, we see so many things. But the unnecessary thing which we will see should not affect our body. Yeah, we know it is It is wrong. We need you to be encouraged. There are so many ways to be encouraged in Christian consciousness. So many ways. There's so many ways to have association. See, in this Bhagavatam we have association. Is it not? The Bhagavatam we have association. We have association here, particularly here. We have association with Krishna. We have association with Narada Muni. We have association with Dhruva Maharaj. We have association with Prabhupada and his purport. We have association with all the acharya he has quoted in the purport. We have association. This is association. If we identify with this carefully, it's an association. This is sufficient to keep anyone strong and always progressive in our Christian consciousness. Always. It's sufficient. Powerful association. We don't have to run anywhere. This is association. Papa has quoted people here. Krishna is here. Narada Muni is teaching you how to meditate on Krishna. We're talking about the deity. This is association. If you think about this, it's association. Narada Muni is association. Dhruva Maharaj is association. Srila Prabhupada's purport is association. The acharya he has quoted the association. In one purport, you can have 5 personalities that we should associate with. It's association. We should be able to see this in our Bhagavatam. And reading this very deeply, not just reading to go and preach to people and get the gratification, but to see very deeply this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, meditate on it deeply and chant our Krishna mantra deeply. We will feel the effect of what we are practicing. We will feel it. Nobody will tell, because 11 Canto chapter 4 text 42. Anyone remember the verse? 11:4:42. We have seen it. 11:4:42. You seen it? You see it? 42. 42? Okay, then it's, sorry. No, chapter 2. Chapter 2. Sorry. Chapter 2. Yes, read it very carefully. Read it very loudly. 42, yes. 11:2:42.
Devotion, direct experience of the Supreme Lord, and detachment from other things. These 3 occur simultaneously for one who has taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the same way that pleasure, nourishment, and relief from hunger come simultaneously and increasingly with each bite for a person engaged in eating.
This is Krishna consciousness. Direct experience of Krishna means what? It's to be able to see Krishna directly. So how will it happen? How will it happen? Only if we give attention to what we are practicing. We should give attention. Yesterday, Narada Muni used the word absorption. They absorb the mind and it. It is only then that we have this experience. It becomes a practical experience. Nobody will tell you that you should stop eating, you are satisfied. You yourself who is eating knows your belly is full, I should not eat again. The same with Krishna consciousness. We'll see that we have experience of what we are practicing. If we practice it deeply, we have the experience directly. You see the Supreme Personality. That is the meaning of darshan. We say darshan, but our darshan is to see the marble, but that is not darshan. Darshan means to see the Lord directly. We see him. It's to see him directly and he communicate directly. That's darshan. We're seeing the Lord directly. The Lord is seeing, we're seeing the Lord. We can communicate like this. This is darshan. When we say darshan, that's what it means. Oh, when I have your darshan, it means when will I see you, when will I have you directly. Not the deity, directly. Or the deity is in person and talking. Like Dhruva Maharaj. The Lord came out from his heart and was standing before him. That is darshan. If you don't deepen our sadhana, we will not have this experience which is expected of a devotee practicing Krishna consciousness. It will become our experience when we are going deeper into it. Absorption. So the Muni has given it to us. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is known as Dwadashara mantra. This mantra is chanted by Vaishnava devotees, and it begins with the pranava or Omkar. There is an injunction that those who are not Brahmanas cannot pronounce the pranava mantra. But Dhruva Maharaj was born a Kshatriya. He at once admitted before Narada Muni that as a Kshatriya he was unable to accept Narada's instructions of renunciation, mental equivalent, which are the concern of a Brahmana. So Prabhupada established. The prescribed rules as stated here by Narada Muni are that one should accept the mantra through a bona fide spiritual master and hear the mantra in the right ear. Not only should one chant or murmur the mantra, but in front of him, he must have the deity or physical form of the Lord. The mantra, the deity, the meditation, the three things goes together. Of course, when the Lord appears, it is no longer a physical form. For example, when an iron rod is made red hot in fire, it is no longer iron, it is fire. Similarly, when we make a form of the Lord, whether of wood or stone or metal or jewels or paint, or even a form within the mind, it is a bona fide spiritual transcendental form of the Lord. Not only must one receive the mantra from the bona fide spiritual master like Narada Muni or his representative in the disciplic succession, but one must chant the mantra. One must chant the mantra. Not only must one chant, but he should also offer whatever foodstuff is available in his part of the world, according to time and convenience. This is very nice. Those who are not actually in the line of acharyas, or who personally have no knowledge of how to act in the role of acharya, unnecessarily criticize activities of ISKCON movement in countries outside of India. The fact is that such critics cannot do anything personally to spread Krishna consciousness. This is, Prabhupada speaking about his experience. This is what happened to him. His godbrothers criticized him and try to stop the movement. So this is what is. So this is a challenge. They cannot do anything practical. Prabhupada was able to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. What was he? He has many wonderful qualities, but what was his special qualities he used in spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world? Huh?
Adjustment.
Very good. Adjustment. Very good. As mentioned here, circumstances and the circumstance and the time. Very good. Prabhupada was able to adjust everything according to place, time, and circumstances. He succeeded. Very good. What else? Why Prabhupada was able to succeed where his godbrother failed. And some of them were not even thinking about taking Krishna consciousness outside India. Why he succeeded? Okay, he has faith. Very good. Persevering. Yeah, very good. Persevering. Service engagement. Service engagement. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada did not see differences on the body. He didn't see that. He only saw spirit soul in different places, scattered everywhere. And his duty is to collect them from everywhere. And then what he did, he collected from everywhere and made his ISKCON. This is what we should see. We should see like this. This is what it means by following Prabhupada. We see the way he sees. We should do the way he did these things. We will succeed. He says something which is like an insult to his god brother, but it is not. It is not like we're saying this morning. He told his god brothers because they were wondering. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this message should be given to every town and village. Oh. Is it possible? We are sadhu, we should not cross the ocean. It's an offense. How will it be possible? So Prabhupada said, it will be done, but not from all of you. This sounds like false ego. But this is not false ego. It's the truth, he said. He has to say it, because nobody to say it of him. So he has to say it. And he did that. Even when he said it and did it, still they didn't appreciate it. That is envy. Nothing else. Only envy. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would recommend that his name should be heard in every nook and corner of the world. How is this possible unless one preaches everywhere? Is it not? The cult of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavad Dharma, and he especially recommends Krishna Katha, or the cult of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. He recommends that every Indian considering this task to be para upaka, or welfare activity, take the Lord's message to other residents of the world. Other residents of the world does not refer only to those who are exactly like the Indian Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, or like the caste Brahmanas, who claim to be Brahmanas because they were born in the families of Brahmanas. That is not Brahmana. The principle that only Indians and Hindus should be brought into the Vaishnava code is a mistaken idea. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Bija Prada Pita, right? Sarva Yonisu Kaunteya. What does it mean? All living entities and his part. So what is wrong? What is wrong for Krishna consciousness to be given to all living entities? What is wrong? Only a self-realized soul, a pure devotee who can see this, will be able to do it. And that is what Prabhupada is. And that's what he did. He's able to do it because this is his vision. He can see beyond. Sanatana Goswami said that as bale metal can tend to gold when mixed with mercury in a chemical process, so by the bona fide diksha or initiation method, anyone can become a Vaishnava. One should take initiation from a bona fide spiritual master coming in the disciplic succession, who is authorized by his predecessor spiritual master. This is called Diksha Vidhana. Lord Krishna stated in Bhagavad Gita, Vyapa Shritya. One should accept the spiritual master. By this process, the entire world can be converted to Krishna consciousness. The entire world will turn into Krishna consciousness. This is our mission. Our mission is to turn the whole world into Krishna consciousness. Remember, yes, the Prabhupada said we should preach vigorously like he did. That will help us to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere. Any other question? Question? Yes?
You are telling about surrendering, process of surrender. So sometimes when we lose faith or our faith decreases. So in those situations, okay, we have Prabhupada's books, Acharya said, but at the same time we also may want to have a person who can help us, who can guide us.
Yes.
So when faith and trust decreases, then we may not open to that person about the doubts we have or inquiries we have. So then how to also, is it enough to be dependent on Prabhupada's purports, and or we still need a devotee person who is guiding us?
Both of them. There is never a time Krishna leaves any one of us alone. Never a time. Perfect arrangement has been made by Krishna for all of us. So if there is a misdeed and from someone and our faith is being affected by that, we should always remember that not everybody is going to be like this. There's someone who is not like this. Let me find that person and associate with the person. If you do that, Krishna will always show you. At any given time, somebody there to help increase your faith. No, not everybody is going to fall. It is not everybody they're going to fall. It's not everybody is going to misbehave. Not everybody. Some few people will maintain the purity of this world. Search for them, you see them. Because Krishna kept them there. You will see them. So we follow that. And you can also read here like we discussed before. You can read here, follow. So two things you should do at the same time. Look for someone else who can encourage us. And read the scripture very nicely. You will get all the necessary support from Krishna. No one is alone. No one. Krishna has so many helpers arranged for all of us. All, not some people. Thank you. We'll take a break. Let's have a break for 15 minutes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.